That tightening in your chest when you can't walk away from an irrelevant conversation, or the internal battle before you decline an unwanted request. That's not weakness. You're running an override. It's that quiet dread, the internal resistance you feel, followed by the forced smile and the yes that leaves you hollow. This isn't about being genuinely nice. It's about a deeper, unconscious command you can't seem to break. This constant internal friction saps your reserves, leaving you exhausted without understanding why. You feel compelled to comply even when every cell screams no. This isn't a moral failing. It's a hardwired response. This subtle compulsion isn't accidental. It's a feature of a system you operate within, a system older and more powerful than you realize. The constant exhaustion you feel from saying yes when every instinct screams no isn't a character flaw. It's the result of an invisible operating system flaw. Think of it as a background program, draining power, running without your conscious permission. This politeness isn't about being genuinely considerate or having good manners in the way you understand them. It's a script that activates, bypassing your conscious decision-making process. It overrides your immediate self-preservation instincts, making you prioritize external harmony over internal well-being. This is why the word no gets stuck, why you feel powerless to deploy it. This isn't a recent glitch. It's a deeply embedded protocol originating from a far more ancient context. This politeness was originally a tribal-level program, designed to enforce cohesion and deference in small closed systems. In primitive tribes, open dissent or individual refusal threatened the very survival of the unit. Deference, manufactured consensus, and an ingrained aversion to confrontation kept the group intact. Politeness was the social glue, the primary mechanism to enforce hierarchy and compliance, ensuring collective action and avoiding splintering. It served a functional purpose: the survival of the unit, even if it meant individual sacrifice or the suppression of personal will. This was a necessary, if brutal, social contract for primitive survival. But the world you inhabit today is not a small, isolated tribe, and this ancient programming has been ruthlessly repurposed. In the modern world, this old operating system is a critical vulnerability. This tribal-era code, designed for survival in one environment, is now a gaping security flaw in another. In today's hyper-connected transactional world, operators quickly identify and exploit this default setting within you. Your hardwired aversion to discomfort and your impulse for social appeasement become the open door. They don't need to break down your defenses. They simply activate the pre-existing subroutine that's already wired in. It's a systemic vulnerability built into your social hardware, ready to be triggered. This isn't about pleasantries. It's the first-line manipulator's exploit to ensure your manufactured compliance, and it operates with ruthless efficiency. This mechanism weaponizes your desire for social ease against your immediate self-interest. You might think this is just people-pleasing, a personal failing you can fix with better boundaries. This is the head fake. It's far deeper. Your desire for smooth social interaction, to avoid awkwardness or perceived conflict, is the very lever being pulled. The system activates this protocol, BGB, for conscious thought, before your no can even form. It's a preemptive strike by your own internal software, designed for an outdated environment, now ensuring your manufactured consent for extraction. You are disarmed the moment the request lands, because the politeness protocol fires first. This preemptive disarming means the word no becomes an almost impossible barrier to deploy in real time, leaving you exposed. The result is that you are disarmed and contained. Every time you override your true impulse, you expend energy, creating internal friction. You become disarmed because your primary defense mechanism, setting boundaries, is neutralized or even hijacked. You are subtly contained, your agency slowly eroded through an accumulation of small, seemingly insignificant agreements you didn't truly consent to. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about the micro-compliances, the daily concessions that drain your spirit and shrink your operational space, leaving you feeling trapped. This constant extraction, driven by your own internal protocols, plays out in an accelerating environment where your autonomy is relentlessly siphoned off. Your agency is extracted through subtle social engineering and perception management. Operators, whether a demanding manager, a draining colleague, or a sophisticated marketing campaign, don't need to force you. They simply understand this politeness protocol's vulnerability. They create scenarios where refusing feels socially unacceptable, even rude. They manage your perception of consequences, making the path of least resistance, compliance, seem like the only viable option. Your desire to be easy to work with, or a team player, becomes the lever they pull. This isn't overt coercion. It's subtle social engineering, extracting your time, energy, and even your true consent without you ever realizing the transaction. The quiet cost of this constant compliance is not merely exhaustion. It is a persistent, gnawing sense of internal friction that slowly grinds down your spirit. The silent cost you pay day after day for running this outdated politeness protocol is a continuously eroded energy reserve. This isn't just physical tiredness. It's a deep spiritual and mental depletion, a slow motion unraveling. You carry the friction of suppressed desires, unexpressed boundaries, and violated instincts. This internal conflict is a constant background process, consuming vital resources without your awareness. It's the invisible tax on your autonomy, leaving you with less and less capacity to engage with what truly matters, slowly widening the gap between who you are and who you are forced to pretend to be. This erosion is not a slow, gentle decline you can afford to ignore. It's an urgent, tactical vulnerability that demands an immediate response. Deactivating this override is not optional. It's an urgent, tactical OS upgrade required to protect your energy and autonomy starting right now. You cannot simply try harder to say no. This isn't a willpower issue. It's a hardwired mechanism. The only defense is to install a new, higher priority disengagement protocol. This is a tactical upgrade to your core operating system. It means recognizing the politeness protocol for what it is, an ancient vulnerability, and consciously installing a counterprogram that fires e.g. before the old one. It's about reclaiming your agency, not someday, but now, before the window closes entirely, and this silent extraction becomes your permanent state. This is not about being rude. It is about self-preservation, a necessary recalibration to protect your most vital resource, your autonomous will. Understanding this mechanism is the first step. But recognition alone won't change the script. The next step is installing the new architecture, a concrete protocol that reclaims your power. Disengagement protocol. This is not about suddenly becoming rude or uncaring. It's about recognizing that the operating system you're running, one hardwired for ancient tribal cohesion, is a critical vulnerability in the modern extraction economy. That old code, designed for a world without constant, targeted demands on your finite resources, cannot withstand the pressure. It is like attempting to run a legacy system on a network under continuous, sophisticated attack. The system fails not because of a flaw in your character, but because its architecture was never designed for this specific threat landscape. This new protocol is an essential architectural upgrade, a necessary layer of defense. Your ingrained politeness acts as an open port, a system vulnerability that operators instinctively identify. They leverage the social contract you're programmed to uphold, initiating a sequence of micro-compliances. These aren't grand demands, they're the quick sinks, the "can you just look this over?" the "do you have a minute?" Each small "yes you" issue, overriding your internal signal, serves as a data point. It confirms your compliance signature. Over time, these small concessions compound, creating the initial conditions for larger extractions of your time, your energy, and ultimately, your agency. This is precisely how the containment field expands, one polite yeses at a time, until you are fully enclosed. The new architecture is the tactical disengagement protocol. This is not an emotional firewall. It is a preemptive defense mechanism, a hard override. Its core function is to introduce a calculated, non-negotiable pause between an incoming demand and your outgoing response. This pause creates a temporal buffer, bypassing the rapid-fire, pre-programmed yes impulse. You are not rejecting the person, but the imposition. This protocol establishes a new default, a brief but critical interval where your internal system can run a rapid threat assessment, allowing your higher order functions to engage before the legacy politeness code can trigger an automatic self-sabotaging compliance. You gain decision-making latency. When the old tribal hardwiring attempts to initiate a yes response to an unsolicited request for your time or resources, the new protocol intercepts. It functions as a circuit breaker. Instead of your immediate verbal compliance, an internal sequence is activated, a short, silent diagnostic. This sequence prioritizes your current operational integrity over external social appeasement. It creates a micro-delay, a critical window. During this delay, your objective is not to find an excuse, but to internalize the demand's true cost to your energy and time. This internal shift, from reactive politeness to calculated assessment, is the core mechanism for reclaiming your decision-making faculty. Your immediate countermeasure is the default delay tactic. When an unsolicited demand for your time, your opinion, or your energy appears, your default response is a silent, internal 3-second count. Do not speak. Do not react. Simply register the demand and initiate the count. After this internal pause, deploy a standardized neutral phrase. Not an apology, not an excuse, but a statement of internal processing. For example, let me check my operational capacity for that. Or I need a moment to integrate that request. This phrase buys you time. It forces the operator to wait. It reestablishes your boundary as the gatekeeper of your own resources, immediately breaking the auto-compliance loop. Deploying this protocol is not about avoiding work or disengaging from necessary collaboration. It is about preserving your operational capacity, preventing energy bleed, and protecting your most valuable, non-renewable asset, your time. Each successful deployment reclaims a piece of your internal architecture, brick by brick. You stop the constant energy drainage that manifests as the exhaustion you recognize. The manufactured compliance loop breaks. You regain control of your own resource allocation, shifting from a contained, reactive posture to a tactical, intentional one. This is not a personal preference. It is a critical strategic imperative for self-preservation. The old Politeness Protocol was a legacy system, effective for tribal survival, but lethal for modern autonomy. It's an inherent system flaw that must be patched. This is not a conversation about being nice. It's about tactical survival. The window for easy upgrade is closing as extraction methods accelerate. You have felt the containment, the exhaustion. Now you have the mechanism. This is your immediate, critical security patch. The choice is yours. Continue to operate on vulnerable, outdated code or install the override. Reclaim your field. This is not an invitation to try, but an instruction to upgrade.